Hi guys, so today I have some new releases for you. This is the reformatted Dinosaur collection. So this was, the original one was one of my very first collections from last year. I made it pretty early on. I think there was the reformat of the Scroll Prints Co. Jurassic Park kit that came out at the time, and so everybody was needing dinosaur foil, so that's when I made the very first version. So it's been about a year. So actually it's been well over a year at this point. But I figured it was time for a reformat because she had another recent dinosaur kit come out. This one was custom art. This is what it looks like. I'm about to film the plan with me with this, so that's why I kind of have it out and already annotated. But that is the recent kit that I figured I would be needing a reformatted version of this collection for. And also it is the anniversary of, I think the 30th anniversary of the Jurassic Park movies, which I am coincidentally in the middle of watching those movies with my family. My boyfriend kind of convinced me to watch the original trilogy, which I had never seen. And then I have already seen and liked the first two Jurassic World movies. I haven't seen the latest one though, so we're getting to it, but very exciting. So that is why I'm actually using that kit. So it is a kind of perfect timing for that. So a lot of this stuff is going to be the same. A lot of new sheets were added that were not like actual sheets at the time of the original collection, like the whole reinforcers. And then I think some things I reformatted a little bit, but not too much. So, and the underlays are new, of course. So, let's go ahead and start with those underlays. So first we have the large underlays, which are the busiest pattern. So if you use a lot of boxes and labels in your day by day and you want a better chance of the pattern from the underlays showing behind them, I would recommend the large pattern. And then if you want a more sparse version, there is the medium, which I did keep the same. This was the only underlay that I kept the same as the one from the original collection. And then the two new underlays are this one, which is just all of the dinosaurs kind of puzzle pieced in together. I have a lot of fun representation here with all the different species. And then lastly, I'm just obsessed with the vines that I used in the original collection, so I had to make them an underlay. So super fun. I know it's really funny that I'm doing vines underlays for two new releases in a row. I used vines for the swamp bundle as well. Those were different vines though, but yeah, I really love how this turned out as underlays, and these are the ones I'm actually going to be using myself. And oh, of course, underlays are available as half cut underlays if you are using like the big square boxes or like half day extenders. I offer underlays cut in half for that purpose. I'm also actually using those in my plan with me, which should I think already be up by now, so you can kind of see how that works. But yeah, it is an option. You can get a whole sheet of 4 underlays that are like cut in half, so it's like 8 stickers total if you want, or I offer it just like the top 2, so that would be like 4 stickers total. So those are options for all the newer collections. And now let's get into the confetti overlays, starting with the full. This one has designs around all 4 corners and 4 sides. So I kept this kind of the same, just a little bit more simple. And then we have medium 4 corner, which is just the corners, not the sides. And then we have medium 3 corner if you have some clip art in a corner that you don't want to cover up. I did use one of these as well in the plan with me. And then medium 2 corner. And then we have a smaller version of those last 3. So it is like slightly smaller if you want to cover up even less of the clip art. So small 4 corner, small 3 corner, and small 2 corner. And then we have the tall boxes. As I stated in the last new release video, I did lengthen the height of this tall box by 1 millimeter to match, I think, the newer SPC tall boxes. So this is for like SPC, Crest Press, Apple Blossom Prints. A whole bunch of people use the tallest size of tall box. Glam Cleaner, I believe, still uses the shorter one, so that is this one on that sheet. There are also a couple flags on that sheet. And then we have the big box overlay, which, again, shops like Glam Planner and Apple Blossom Prints and Paper Candy Art all have big boxes that I have different sizes of 2 of these overlays to fit, so just check the listing description. There are some shops like Pink Planner Shop that have different sized big boxes that I don't have overlays to fit currently, but you can always use the corners sheet for that. But yeah, so we have just the classic Confetti big box overlay, and then I am doing a borders one as well. So I really love this one with the little confetti in the opposite corners and then dinosaurs in the other corners. This is so fun. I honestly wish that I was able to use this for this collection. I don't know offhand if any shops that have big boxes currently have any dinosaur kits available. I know that Glam Planner had like a dinosaur like baby birthday themed kit at one point, which was super cute, and there was a big box for that. I don't think I picked it up though, but like that would be an example of when you could use that. And then the double box scenes, the bottom one is the same. It is the vines and leaves, which is so fun. I will be using this in the spread. And then the double box scene on top is just the confetti. And I left all of the overlays sheets pretty much the same because like they were pretty much perfection. So this one is the vines and leaves. Ignore any black dots that you see. Those are only for these demo sheets and will not appear on any final products being sent out. And then this one, which is like the borders. I did change this up slightly by making like a gap in the border for the actual icon because I didn't used to do that, but that is like my newest style, so I did kind of do that for these. And the sheet is the same, the logos. And then I did keep the dinosaur deco sheets both the same because like they were kind of perfect already. I didn't really want to mess with them at all and make them into the 6 sheet I usually do. So we have one that's just the dinosaurs in various sizes and one that is the fossils, paw prints, and leaves in various sizes, and some cluster deco at the bottom. No need to fix it if it ain't broke. And then we do have the dinosaur scripts. The previous sheet had movie marquee overlays on them, which I didn't think people were really using, so I kind of just got rid of those and just reformatted everything else so we had more of the movie scripts on here. So we have 2 versions of Jurassic Park. If you want to put it in like a little thing, that can fit, but in a movie marquee, that can fit. And then Jurassic Park The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, and then Jurassic World, a couple versions of that. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and then Jurassic World Dominion. And then these are like, I think short films, I believe. Jurassic World Dominion Prologue and Battle at Big Rock. I have not seen those, but kind of want to just because they're here, even though I don't really use scripts anymore. But yeah, these are the old format scripts that are still like the top part is in my handwriting. So that's kind of fun. And then the quotes sheet, I also reformatted this a little bit. I forget what I had here, honestly. I know that the Clever Girl quote was like still there on the older format, but I just kind of turned this into my newer fonts and the newer confetti. So we have Clever Girl with a raptor. We have Life Finds a Way. We have this long one, which I just love. Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should. And then we have the classic Welcome to Jurassic Park. Super fun. And then we have the quote sampler, of course, where I just pulled even more quotes. We have some of the same ones. We have 2 versions of Clever Girl. This one can be used at the bottom of like a character box. And then we still have Life Finds a Way, and then the scientists one, and then just some more, and then the Welcome to Jurassic Park, and then a couple more that I had room to include. I love this one. You didn't ask for reality, you asked for more teeth. And then this one, which I actually am using in the plan with me, This one's from Jurassic World, I believe. She's learning where she fits on the food chain, and I'm not sure you want her to figure that out. And then this one from the original trilogy. Some of the worst things imaginable have been done with the best intentions. There's so many good quotes in the Jurassic Park movies, so I'm excited to have some of those to use. And then this sheet is completely new. This is the first time ever doing this for any collection, but I hope to do it going forward. This is a themed line border sampler. So I do offer just plain line border samplers in my shop in 4 varieties, and then each of these line border sizes is available on its own sheet that you can pick up in any of the 46 foil colors. But I did decide to do a sampler just on a per spread basis. So if you just want to grab one sampler to use with one spread, not necessarily to build up a whole collection, then that is what the sampler is for. But I thought it'd be even more fun to do themed ones, because I don't think I've seen those anywhere. So this one is obviously Jurassic Park themed. So we have half boxes with the little bone and the track in there, the dinosaur footprint. And then we have some bones in the third boxes and vines in the third box, which I love that. And then we have a leaf and a bone in the quarter boxes. And then we have some vines, or I guess leaves rather, in the square boxes, and the little dinosaur in that one. And then some bones in the movie marquee overlay. And then for the 2 fancy label line divider type things, I put a bone on one of them. So these are sized to fit with Squirrel Prints Co. newest format. So if you are using the newest Squirrel Prints Co. kit, these will fit. They may coincidentally fit other shops' box sizes as well, but just know that they are specifically sized for SPC. I think the square boxes fit pretty much every shops that I've tried to use them for so far. And then some shops have what they call third boxes that are actually the size of these quarter boxes, so these will fit them. So you can kind of finagle it. But yeah, just know that they're meant for the newest format SPC. So very excited to be using that with my plan with me that I'm about to film. Now let's get into these smaller sheets. So we do have the whole reinforcers, like I said, which are completely new for this collection. There are 18 on the sheet, so it should be, more than enough for one spread. If you want to use it for 2 spreads, you'll just grab 2 sheets, and I guess you would get enough for 3 at that point. And then the headers are available on their own sheets. I did leave the actual header designs mostly the same, except for the confetti. So we do have the tracks, we have the bones, and then we have the confetti, which, like I said, is new. There are 11 headers on each sheet, so if you want the bare minimum for a spread, you can grab 2. But if you do want all 3 designs, then there is an all 3 option. And then the corners are also brandy new to this collection. We have our medium corners, the small corners, the teeny tiny corners, and then the photo corners. These are great for decorating full boxes if you want to just have more freedom with that, or I like to use these on half boxes and third boxes. Super versatile. And then the dividers, what I'm doing for reformats is basically I'm just capping off the top section, seeing what I can fit on a 6 sheet instead of redesigning them, because honestly they don't really need to be redesigned. They're fine. So yep, we have the dividers from the original collection just on a 6 sheet now. This is still available on either clear glossy or premium mats, depending on whether you're using them over either white paper, in which case this would be fine, the clear glossy, or if you're using them over busy underlays, in which case you would want the premium matte ones to where they will show up better. And then I did actually, for the dangles, I did take the vines that were on the dangles sheet and I did make them their own dangles sheet because I figured I would need a lot of them, which I think I will. So we have the short vines that were originally on that sheet, and then I turned them into longer versions as well. So we get 2 sizes of that. And then we have the original, not the original dangles sheet, but the classic dangles sheet that I've been doing in collections for a while. We have that version, and then we have the mini swoops, little bones and tracks in there, and then the 1.5 inch swoops. Super cool. And now let's get into the washi. So let's see. I kind of didn't put these in any particular order. Let's start with the 32 millimeter, which is literally the same as the 30 millimeter used to be. I just obviously made it bigger and cut off the top, which had the weekend banner included, because I did a poll like a long time ago, and like people were okay with me taking that out. So it's now this size of sheet. But yeah, I kept the actual like design the same because I really liked it. I mean, you can't really go wrong with our raptors and our T-Rex, and which one is that one? The Ankylosaur? Maybe, I don't know. A dinosaur nerd is going to correct me, I'm sure. And then there's the mosquito and the amber, and then the Jeep. So, got all kinds of stuff going on in this 32 millimeter. And I did change up the deco section. So there is some like grass here that is 1.5 inches in width. So you can use that at the bottom of like any full box. Or just like as a divider. Or you could use it at the bottom of a half box. Just like go crazy. And then we have some deco. We have a pterodactyl just because I had room. We have the mosquito as deco because I don't think he's on like any of the actual deco sheets. And then same with the Jeeps. They are also not on the deco sheets. So I always love to include stuff on the sheet as deco that like isn't on the original decos. And then we have the 15 millimeter, which again I mostly kept pretty much the same. Actually, I don't think I changed like anything except for the 10. So here we have the bones, we have the tracks, which features some fun new ones, new tracks as deco, the dinosaurs, the confetti, which I guess I did completely redo the confetti, and then the 10 and 7 millimeters, which I replaced the confetti for the 10 with the newer one. It's always the same one that's on the headers. And then the 10 millimeter is vines. And again, this is good for glam planner kits or any other kits that do triplicated bottom washi. So that is the washi. And then lastly, we have the bundle. So this is, let me see if it's the newest format. It is not the newest format of bundle, but it is the same format as the previous week. So I think next week we'll have the newest format. It's so fun being ahead because I get to like tell you guys stuff like that. But yeah, so we have the first page of the bundle. The bundle has been like completely reformatted. It was very different back then, a year ago. So we have our full confetti boxes. We have 2 of those, 2 medium 4-corner, 2 medium 2-corner, and then the confetti double box scene. And then we have 2 pages of the underlays. This is just a large for demonstration purposes. And then we have page 3, which I kept mostly the same. The only thing I did was just replace the confetti headers with the new confetti headers, but as usual there's 9 of this design, 9 of this design, 8 of this design to make 26 total, which should be plenty. And then the deco I left the same. Normally it would be quotes on this on the top 2, or there would be 2 quotes on the top section of this side, but I put the quotes on the add-on like they used to be, and just kept both of these decos the same because I really wanted like both types of deco in here the way they were before. So that's the same, just sampling of both. And then bottom washi page just has the bones and then the confetti. So if you want a different 15 millimeter, you can purchase that a la carte, or if you remember to, you can like put it in the notes section, and sometimes I can just like switch it out for you as I'm printing it. And then the add-on is the newest format of the add-on. I can kind of play around with these 4 boxes, but typically these top 2 would be like full box overlays, and the bottom would be like medium 3-corner confetti. But since I didn't have the quotes on page 3, I put the quotes here that I wanted to do, and then I put 2 of the full box overlays as well. So we have just the tracks and then the border. And then we have a couple like dangle swoop arrangements just to fill in this extra space that I had up here. And then there's the entire corners sheet, and then there's just enough hole reinforcers for 1 spread as well. So that is the bundle. This is available unfoiled or in any of the 46 foil colors available in shop. It is available as an ultimate or a mini. The Ultimate comes with your choice of underlays from any of the 4 that are available in the collection, and then the Mini does not have underlays at all, and the add-on is optional for both Ultimate and Mini. These are also available as printables. You can get the whole collection as a printable. You can get just the bundle with the large underlays as a printable, or you can get the bundle with all 4 underlay options as a printable. So there's plenty of options. No matter how you do your stickers, there's going to be an option for you. So I'm very pleased about that. And as I announced in my last video, I am not going to be doing mock spreads anymore. Thankfully, I did like a poll and they didn't seem super necessary for anybody. I did get comments on people liking to see the underlays with boxes over them to kind of see how they look and visualize that. So I did print off some underlays to just show that to you guys instead of doing a whole spread. So I have plenty of like mock spreads left. So we're just going to start using those up just for the purpose of showing y'all underlays. So let's go ahead and lay some of these down, and then I have some boxes that we're just going to kind of put on top, and you guys can get a better visualization. So you can just kind of see right now how they look laid down without anything on them. Let's just put that one right there. Honestly, if I had like actually put them next to each other, I could have stacked them all up on the sidebar, but oh well. So that is how they look without anything on them. And then I have just some random leftovers from previous kits. This one's from the Mario kit, Fellowship, and then the Her Day from Planner Pixie Co. So let's just have some fun with this. Obviously the colors are like not gonna match the bronze foil, but I don't care. Alright, so let's just say for dinosaurs, you have a half box, and then you have a little fancy label. That's actually a really skinny one. Other shops' fancy labels are typically bigger. And then let's grab a square box. I freaking love square boxes. I'm obsessed with these. Like, you may be able to tell from my plan with me's, but if I have the choice between doing a square and a half box, if I can like write what I need to write in a square, I'm gonna do a square. Let's zoom in. Alright, so we'll have that, and then yeah, let's just do a skinny one. I hate these rounded ones though. I'm not a rounded box fan, which is why I always leave this page mostly untouched except for the squares, obviously. So we got that going on, and then let's stick with the brown theme while we can. So we'll do that one, and then we'll do another brown. And yeah, that's like what I said. Like, that's like the most amount of box you could do, and like you can still see the pattern behind that. So that's why the large is kind of the best for that. If it's a really fun pattern, then that's when you would grab the squares so you can see more of it behind that, which again is why I love them so much. Like, I would probably do a square over that one too, or just like try to space them like this so you can still see the little dinos. And then lastly is the medium. So let's just put this size of box because I haven't used it yet, and let's do another orange one. And I think all we have a room for is another one of these. So like that's a pretty busy box, which again you cannot see too much of the pattern behind it, but some of y'all like prefer that, or you do what I do sometimes and you'll put like a half box like facing up like that to where you can see like a whole bunch of the pattern around it. But yeah, people do buy the mediums sometimes. But anyway, that's what they look like all covered up. So now you guys have a good idea of that when you are purchasing. And I have fulfilled my mock spread mission for this video. So that is basically it for the new releases. These are going to be available on a Friday. What day is that? Is it the 16th? I don't know, something around there, whatever Friday is the closest to that date. But yeah, very excited to see how you guys love this collection and how you guys are going to be using it. And thank you so much for watching. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, that would be wonderful. And I will see you in my next video. Ciao, ciao.